Incremental ratings. Today I have a different video than usual in this channel, and the reason is because I want to share also something different. When I started SuperMemo, using SuperMemo, I wondered of many things, and one of those was it makes a difference my position when I use SuperMemo. If I am standing up, I am sitting or laying down on the bed while I use my laptop. Well, it turns out that recently I get rid of the chair. Finally, I have been. That was my goal for a kind of long period of time, but I needed some incremental transition for that, and now I achieved this. But which implies that I'm sitting on the ground. So as you can see here, if you're into yoga, I think this is called Artha Padmasana. So basically, for me, that is a resting position. I can sit here in this position, and for me, there's no stretch. So I can use the computer, right? I'm slightly far than I usually am. That's because you can see my position. So basically, I can use SuperMemo for 2 hours, let's say, in this position. Obviously, I will stretch one leg here and there, but I mean, sitting on the ground for 2 hours without standing up. I can do this for 2 hours straight, but I get tired. So I move on. I actually sync with Get, and then I use my laptop to continue my super memo session or working or whatever I may use the computer for. So something I realized is, and I see that, oh wow, for me it makes a difference slightly. Here it's like I'm more free. I don't know. I'm more. I don't know how to express it. And when I'm sitting down, eventually, for me, my personal threshold is about 2 hour ish. I get lazy. I get like foggy. I don't know how to express it. It's very mild, but it's there, right? So it's hard for me to do more than 2 hours straight session with SuperMemo. Sitting, sitting on a sorry. When I mean sitting, is sitting on a chair because I am also sitting here, sitting on the ground. Have this in mind. Everything that when have said in this video, sitting, I mean sitting in a chair. And here, now, I don't feel like that. Even though the limit is still about 2 hours, but the factor is different. It's because I'm not fit enough. My muscles are not used to be in that sitting in that position without rest on my back, right? I have to maintain the position myself with my abdominal muscles, and it happens that I am in the worst shape of my life. So I cannot wait to improve this, and let's see I can do all the sessions and all the work because I work from the computer as well across all day without having to switch to the bed to rest. And I also want to share something with you. Back in the day, when I was doing Anki a lot, multiple hours a day, I was using my laptop, not even this one, because I have been using Anki for a while. And what I did is I was laying down on the bed and using this the computer on my stomach, right, like this, laying down in bed. It's you could see it's an awkward position, but I could stay laying down, doing my Yankee, non-stop, for many hours until very late at night and so on. But what happened is that I was falling. I mean, falling sleep. The, oh, wow, I blanked out for 10 seconds. Oh, yeah, keep going. I was doing Yankee. Oh, I don't remember doing this, the last card. Let's undo it, this kind of thing, right? I don't experience this with SuperMemo. And I have been doing this for a year with SuperMemo as well, doing repetitions super late at night and laying down. Let's see what happens, right? I didn't experience that. Why? It was not about the position, the posture of my body, the time of the day, how tired I was. It was about the content. In Anki, it was boredom and boredom and boring and boring and boring because I only was doing all of those repetitions to get a good grade. It was not interesting for me. I'm not doing this in SuperMemo. So I think, based on my anecdotal evidence, the only factor that changed is this. It's what I was doing, right? Is oh, actually, let me try it. So I imported one of the very old SuperMemo collections from British English, from, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. I don't know how old it is. With full audio, everything in SuperMemo. And oh my god, it was tedious and boring. And because I decided to do the more basic stuff, so it was, the learning was almost inexistent. And it happened to seem that I really pushed myself to go through. And more or less my threshold that, oh, I cannot take this anymore today. It's about 200-ish reps, which is less than I usually do every day in SuperMemo anyways. And then I tried resting on the bed. And guess what happened? I was, oh, more than once. I don't know how this, if this has a name, when you, the head drops because you are uh, almost falling asleep, but within a second you recover. For me, there's no. It's been just a week, so it's too soon to draw conclusions. At least for performance, retention rate, or whatever. But at least it's not that I have a better mood. It's that the mood doesn't decline, or it declines slower than if I am sitting. And in my case, roughly speaking, when I see this difference, is about 2 hours ish. I will ask you, how do you use Super Memo? In what body posture you're using? And in case you're using more than one, do you feel any difference? Especially if you're using Super Memo out of home, for instance, outside. And if you can guess, from now on, my videos will be filmed on the ground, not in a chair. But I will be using my chroma key. Let me know if you could tell the difference in the future, if I'm sitting on the ground or not.